whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. As you can see, I'm at a beautiful site. This is an archaeological site. It's the old castle of Saint-Saturnel. It's up to deep in southern France in the Provence. But I'm not here to talk to you about the landscape here, nor the beautiful summer's day that we're having. It's quite hot, in fact. No, I'm here to talk to you about a new Irish single malt, Waterford. Now, Waterford may not immediately ring a bell, unless you've been living on a rock. You may have seen something on social media, because it was well promoted. Waterford is, of course, the new Irish distillery by Mark Reynier. Mark Reynier is a name that will ring a bell, because he, of course, was responsible for the second lease on life of the Bruichladdich distillery. But when it was sold, much to his chagrin, by the way, Mark Reynier and his family, they crossed the Irish Sea and they founded a new Irish distillery, Waterford. His mission of terroir, which he lived at Bruichladdich, he took with him. And now that he's founded the Waterford distillery, terroir is still very much something he's working for, trying to prove that terroir is indeed important in single malt as well. Let's find out when trying one of those newest Waterford Irish single malts, Ballykilcavan. Now, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing the name Ballykilcavan correct, but hey, let's find out. Google it and you might be able to find out. What I would like to say is that Ballykilcavan is a single farm origin. So that means that the barley, the Irish barley that was used for the production of this Irish single malt, comes from one single farm. It was harvested in 2015, it was distilled in 2016 and bottled in 2020, meaning this is actually a little over 3 years old. Terroir is definitely important in this case. It is bottled at 50% ABV, and what's inside is matured on 3 types of casks. American oak, French oak, and then French casks that previously held Vin Doux Natural. Vin Doux Natural, by the way, is a special type of wine. It's produced in Portugal, in Spain, in Italy, but also here in France. And it's actually a wine that has been enriched with alcohol. But I digress. We are here to talk about this new Irish single malt. And let's face it, it's a bit of a strange looking bottle, wouldn't you say? The blue, why is it blue? Well, it does not show the color of the whiskey inside, and that's exactly the point. You will remember that there are those typical blue tasting glasses so that you are not distracted by the color, because the color obviously makes suggestions to your mind, and you don't want that. You want to be able to judge this whiskey upon its own merits, hence the blue packaging, the blue bottle. Anyway, what is inside is a light golden malt. It's just a tad darker than white wine. Let's find out if this is any good. Like I said, bottled at 50% ABV on the nose. Well, it's clearly young. It's a bit new make-ish, actually. Other than that, I get some stable scents. I get some green banana, some freshly cut grass. I also get some vanilla, green banana, and some peach. There's even a touch of lime zest in there as well. And then, it cannot be denied, there is a touch of rubber. Not disturbing, not yet disturbing at least. And there's also something that reminds me of graphite, you know, the contents of a pencil. Now, truth be told, the thing that surprises me the most is that how un-Irish this smells. This reminds me more or less of a Scottish lowlander. Anyway, on the palate. Definitely a good body. On the palate, it is oily. The taste is bittersweet with a high content of black pepper. It's very peppery, it's very spicy. It gives a kick to the teeth. Other than that, I have to be honest, I get citrusy notes, I get sweet notes, I get sweet barley, but it's almost as if I can actually taste the mash. It's very new makey still, not disturbing, but... And then it evolves towards lots of vanilla and a huge hit of caramel, making it very sweet. Right, on the finish then. The finish is surprisingly long and warm, a tad drying as well. Well, what I do get is some unripe banana and some apples and pears, but at the end it is mildly drying. Well, let's be honest, it's not bad for a 3 years old. This is a very young Irish malt, and it's not bad at all, but it's not yet great. I've seen rave reviews, and while I applaud the fact that it's a new release, it's a bit innovative, single farm origin and all that, it's just not there yet, you know. Having said that, it is only 3 years old, so cut it some slack. Having said that, it is okayish. But on the other hand, one more note, when it was released, it was a bit hyped. It was released at a price of 70 euro per bottle. 70 euro for this malt is okayish, even a bit expensive. But hey, the bad thing about this was that on the nose and on the palate, I got some touchy, rubbery notes. They were not yet disturbing, but what does make it very good is the long finish. And that, my friends, is the Waterford Ballykilcavan. Coming up next is the brother release, the Bannow Island, but that's for another Whiskey Rambling. In the meantime, I wish you all a very lovely day. Enjoy your holidays, stay home, stay safe, and may the malt be with you. Bye-bye.